Has someone ever been fired because of you? Back in the 80s, I was a teenage girl visiting my mom's workplace like I often did. I pulled into the parking lot and noticed a guy waving at me. Thinking he was one of my mom's co-workers, I waved back and kept driving to park next to my mom's car. Turns out it wasn't a co-worker. It was the parking attendant trying to flag me down. At the time, they had just introduced a new parking system at the site, so I had no idea who he was or what he wanted. After parking, I sat in my car waiting for my mom to come out for lunch. Suddenly, the parking attendant sped over, blocked me in, and started screaming at me to get out of the car. I was confused, thinking he might be some random crazy person. When I got out, he yelled that he was calling the police and that I was going to jail. I tried explaining that I was just there to see my mom, but he kept calling me a liar and saying I'd ignored his commands. I hadn't even heard any commands besides him yelling for me to get out. I started crying, completely overwhelmed, but thankfully one of my mom's coworkers came over to check on the situation. Recognizing me, he radioed my mom and a supervisor to come out. As soon as my mom and the supervisor arrived, I explained what had happened. The parking guy kept interrupting, calling me disrespectful and liar. The supervisor mentioned that they had cameras and would review the footage. The next day, the parking attendant and the entire parking service was fired.